What's going on, football fans? Welcome back to another episode of Breaking the Birds, recapping the NFC Championship game. We're going to go to Jalen Hurts right here as we're going to preview up to the Super Bowl here in what feels like the longest week ever. I'm just ready for it to get here. But I think we need to take a look at Jalen Hurts in this game and see what to take away from this game. We should be worried, or if he did fine, or kind of get the ultimate to look at that. So yeah, let's just get right to the tape, man. All right, start off the game here. We got cover one man for the 49ers, and it's an easy pitch and catch. We've seen this too many times here. AJ Brown, when he's facing press coverage in a play like this, it's the number one read for Jalen Hurts, because then he has that man coverage. We know that he's not going to be in zone where you have something in behind it, and the cornerback can just read him off. Really good route by AJ, a good throw by Hurts. Pick up 5, a good start to the drive. All game long here against the 49ers, the threat of Jalen Hurts running the football was so much on the mind of Dre Greenlaw and Fred Warner. It was so obvious. And when you're having these read option plays right here, I think they wanted to use the speed of the linebackers to keep up with Jalen Hurts when he's going to the edge here. Notice how they're flat-footed at the point right here. This is an obvious running play, and they're still flat-footed at the line of scrimmage here as I think it's Sanders here gets the ball. And so when he actually, like at this point here, it's declared that it is Miles Sanders' run, and the guys are still like just 1 yard up from the line of scrimmage. So that means the O-line has plenty of time to move the line of scrimmage simply because of the threat of Jalen Hurts running the football. You can even see Fred Warner taking that cheat step outside with Jalen Hurts. It's right there. He's coming out. He's taking that cheat step out as Jalen Hurts is in there. Kind of basically eliminates Fred Warner from the play. Then we got a motion here from Dallas Goedert. They're just switching the line here. They're not having one guy travel with him, so it's a good indicator for zone, and that is what we're going to get. We're going to get that cover 3 look for the 49ers, and we have Dallas Goedert with a chip block on the defensive end, and then releasing out of the check down option. The hook to curl defender right here is doing a good job of coming with Devontae Smith as he's on his curl. A.J. Brown double covered as he's downfield, and so the check down option there to Dallas Goedert is a good decision to make. This play here really resembles some of the growth that we've seen from Jalen Hurts this season, and how we're continuing to see growth even when we're in the playoffs here in the NFC Championship game. Like, he's still learning on the job. We got this 7-man front for the 49ers. They got 4 in the back end right here, and some of the time they're going to send everybody. Some of the time they're going to drop a lot and just want to create confusion pre-snap here. And exactly, they're going to bring every single one of them right here with some dog blitzes. Basically, is that if somebody releases out, they're gonna stay with it. And so, Ken Gamer releases out, they're gonna have the safety 29 stay with him as he's coming out the backfield. Otherwise, that's an easy check down. So the check downs are being taken away, and they're sending a ton of pressure, and too much pressure to be picked up. They got one guy right up the middle. So even though they have one free release right here, AJ Brown, who's not looking back to begin with, he's coming inside. Hurts anticipates his route going in. Let's take a look at A.J. Brown now. We'll take a look at the line right after. Takes a step back and then releases the ball. And that's all he needs to do. He just needs to take the easiest option, get rid of the football, because the blitz is going to get there momentarily. And that is exactly here. Take a look at Dre Greenlaw coming right up the A-gap. No, not being touched whatsoever. So it's basically just Jalen Hurts against him. And what a like that pass on the inside of Fred Warner, leading A.J. Brown in. Perfect. All right, so here we got the same look, 7 guys at the line of scrimmage. Are they going to send them? Are they not? This time they're only sending 4, and they're dropping people back here into the cover 3. It's a match zone, so the deep zone right here to the top, he's going to carry A.J. Brown if he's going inward. And that's a little bit unfortunate, because to begin with here, this is a good coverage against like we have the out in. So basically it's just a 5-yard out and a 10-yard in coming in on both sides there. Except for the bottom, Devontae Smith going deep. So up here, we're going to have A.J. Brown coming in, like right underneath the deep zone guy who's going to track him inside, but also right over the top of the linebacker. So he's an option when he's coming in there to throw the ball over the linebackers. But at that point, there's being like some pressure created here up the middle. That's what's disturbing Hurts into not seeing that. Actually, pocket holds up pretty well. Let's see right here. Yeah, pocket holds up well. So basically, you just set his feet right here. And then take a look at A.J. Brown as he's coming in there. Steps up in the pocket right here. That's when you want to gun it over the linebacker and in that zone. Same look here at the line. Looks like they're sending a ton of guys, only sending, I think, 3 on this rep here. Sending 4 as well. We got zone coverage underneath it. Still, Funga right here coming up on Dallas Goedert. The deep safety is to the two side to the top. Quez Watkins is going to be streaking open at that point here. But here, Jalen Hurts has already decided that he's going to go with that. That check down is just coming in. The Dallas Goedert is going to be sitting right across here, so he's basically in between the zones here of the 2 hook to curl defenders. It's 3rd down and long, so I guess here he's banking on basically just getting something, potentially getting into field goal range. But you still have, I mean, that Quez Watkins separating deep. When the Funga is going up for Dallas Goedert. Of course, here pre-snap he reads that the Funga is going to get depth. It's going to be the deep defender. But he is tracking up on Dallas Goedert as soon as he's looking back to that side. So Quez Watkins is going to be running open, but tricky to read that. So we have the 4th down because we get some yards there on the 3rd. So decision to get the go for it here on 4th down. Going to be a 4-man pressure. The line actually holds up pretty well, but everything up here to the top is, I don't know what is going on up here. It just becomes one big mess. So the best options to throw to for Jalen Hurts are at the bottom of the screen. I believe that's why he's going to be scrambling to that side, biding himself some more time on 4th down there. Good scramble drill between Devontae Smith and him, separating upfield, rolling away from his own throwing side, and then putting the ball in a position right there for Devontae Smith is a terrific throw. Once again here on the first drive, that read option. Look at Fred Warner right here. They got the double teams up on the defensive tackle, so they're so reliant on the linebackers. If they shoot up their gaps right here, it's going to minimize the space that you have to work with. But if you look at Fred Warner as Hurts is taking 1 step to the side, he's sidestepping as well. Massive lane for Miles Sanders simply because of the threat of Jalen Hurts running. Not only when it's the run read, but also when we have the RPO action right here. Look at what this run here does to Fred Warner. We have a clear and obvious running formation here with Jason Kelce pulling to the opposite side here. We do have one kick step from both Jordan Mailata and Landon Dickerson, but that pull coming out here from Jason Kelce should be the tell for the linebackers that this is going to be a run. But we also do have the passing option. Look at Fred Warner here. He's opening way up here as if it's a pass. And so when Miles Sanders gets the ball there, he has one less linebacker to track him. Here, 49ers doing a terrific job in match zone. So Devontae Smith is going to be going deep. We're going to have Dallas Goedert coming in and out pretty deep here. And A.J. Brown is just going to be crossing the middle. Jack Stoll with the chip block there first to help out Mailata and then come out as a check down option. So here, look at that, the work here. Fred Warner picking up A.J. Brown as he's coming across. Safety help over the top for Devontae Smith. And Dallas Goedert, when he's going inside here, 39 is first going to be picking him up. Then afterwards, your flat defender is going to be getting depth and then picking him up. So really no good options down the field. Good job by Hurts here on 2nd down of picking up about 6 yards. I thought that this was another week of yet another pass downfield for Jalen Hurts that was inaccurate and off time with A.J. Brown. And we saw it against the Giants. Then when we went back and watched that tape, it turned out that it was illegal contact downfield with A.J. Brown about 15 yards downfield. And so when I watched it this time, I was a little bit more hesitant to be mad about it because I knew what had happened against the Giants. And this time, it's the exact same thing here. That deep route, that right there is illegal contact yet again. And that extra contact he gets there may very well be that delay of A.J. Brown or from him just running right underneath this ball right here. So frustrated when I watched the TV copy of it, but looking at it here, it's just a missed call by the refs, and it's right there. Right, so the idea here, and we've seen this a couple of times, is that when you have these wings here, the tight end's usually lining up at wing, and you're running the read option. Usually what you do is you have the split zone blocking. So he'll come out here, he'll block the defensive end, and then you have the running back running to the left side. But what the Eagles like to do, and they do it again here, is that the tight end, in fact, comes out as a lead blocker instead. And so you take away the defensive end with the fake, the tight end comes out as a lead blocker, and Jalen Hurts will keep the ball himself right here. And if that works, you're going to have Jack Stoll here as a lead blocker with basically nobody out there, a safety and a linebacker who's off position. But the problem is that Nick Bosa is playing this terrifically. We'll take it from the box view instead. It's the right read from Jalen Hurts because Nick is shooting inside right here. He's taking all the relevant steps inside. But he's just so damn athletic that he picks it up anyway in the backfield. So right read could have been a big play, but Nick Bosa just made a play there. Timing off here at the own goal line. There's absolutely pressure on the offense to deliver something here, and it's a quick out from A.J. Brown. Usually they hit on these. Usually the ball is out at this point. Ball comes out a little bit late, just a little bit high, not really too much to work with for A.J. Brown, so missed throw there in a pressure situation. All right, just to continuously show how the threat of Jalen Hurts running affected the 49ers in this game. Take a look at this right here. Look at Ufunga, and I think it's Ward over here, number 7. Right here, everybody's stalling. They're looking at Jalen Hurts. So is Dre Greenlaw. He's not shooting up the gap right here, despite everybody moving forward. That leaves a massive gap for Miles Sanders to pick up 4 easy yards, which could have been limited a lot if all those 3 guys were pursuing up the gaps. This was a little bit tough to see right here, or tough to look at. So once again, we have the same thing here. Tight end coming across. He's going to be the lead blocker. Hurts is reading 56, but he's going to stay with the tight end. That's going to lead him to Jalen Hurts. But this is a good move. Whoops. Goes inside right there. I'll show it again. But all the hits that he takes right after. He doesn't pick up the first down here. They do it on a QB sneak right after. Ooh, I mean, hats off for the running. Great moves, but man, he's taking some hits here. A little bit of a sail concept here, or 3 levels concept to the top side here. Miles Sanders flat option. Dallas Goedert going to come on a little bit delayed out. And Devontae Smith, the deep option here. Everybody backed off. It's the correct read from Jalen Hurts of passing the ball to Miles Sanders. He picks up 4 yards. Good play. All right, so we got a man coverage look right here. Pre-snap as well. We have a guy coming right up in the face of Quez Watkins. Devontae Smith to the bottom. Man. A.J. Brown to the top. Man. Smith kind of beats this guy and gets a little bit of separation there to begin with. Elevates forward. The ball is right there. You could argue, like, if you want to throw it a little bit further, sure. But also, I mean, this position here, the ball right here is perfectly fine in place because Devontae can elevate for it. It's right there in his chest. You just can't come up with it. Then again here we get some missed timing, but primarily due to illegal contact there on A.J. Brown. Hurts expecting him inwards a little bit faster. You can tell Hurts is clearly a guy of rhythm. Like they've been practicing this and they've been doing this in practice for so many reps that he knows where to expect him to be. And so when there is illegal contact or something that kind of alters the route, you see what the ball should have been, I guess. But yeah, they called this one. We got zone coverage, and Dallas Goedert's going to sit right in between of this here in the two curl defenders there. Easy completion, picks up about 5. Methodically down, moving a little bit downfield here. 49ers defense continues to play well here in coverage. The match zone, really picking guys off here. Easy completion down to Kenny Gainwell. Let him work afterwards. Massive game for Kenny Gainwell. Big props to him. He picks up about 10 yards. All right, looking like a sail concept down here to the bottom as well. Dallas Goedert want to go on the corner route. Running back release out the backfield, but he's going to be coming in an angle route inside instead. Hurts is clearly looking to throw this ball to Dallas Goedert, but he gets held. So it kind of throws the timing off. They call that. Gets the ball away. Perfect. On the Miles Sanders second touchdown run. Again, read option. Take a look at Fred Warner here. Stalling. Waiting, caught flat-footed, so there's only Dre Greenlaw against Jason Kelce. Sticks concept to the top, easy completion across the middle here. Dallas Goedert going to be splitting in between the zones. Good find, ball gets out quickly. Once again here we see that press coverage against A.J. Brown. We have basically what looks like a cover 1 man here. Pre-snap, that is where we're going to get the press coverage against A.J. Brown to the top. We know he likes to, Hurts likes to throw that ball if he does see that pre-snap. Good ball from him. Uncharacteristic drop here from A.J. Brown. You see it from the box. You can take a look at where it hits him here. Pretty much where it has to. Also, it's good play by the cornerback as well, but this is one you expect Brown to catch. But this one is just off. The other one, illegal contact downfield. Could explain that with that. Here, double move. A.J. doesn't get too much separation, but also it's just a bad throw way out of bounds. actually like this play here, and kind of want to see Jalen Hurts. I wanted to see Jalen Hurts make these type of throws here, a little bit more downfield. He was playing a lot conservative here, especially as the game progressed, and they really didn't get anything going with their deep passing game. So here we have pretty much of a good flanker drive here with Quez Watkins on the post route, and then A.J. Brown coming across as a deep in. That deep middle safety, linebacker right here is going to carry Quez Watkins down the field. That's going to leave a big opening there for A.J. Brown in the middle. Hurts escapes out the pocket right here. And so now really has his eyes on A.J. Brown and what actually happens down the field there. And I guess he kind of gets pressured up the middle a little bit as well, but and he does pick up about 9 yards, so can't really complain too much. But I'd like to see him hit some of these down the field in this game. Third down short, good timing throw here for Devontae Smith. This is the one they tried there at the goal line a little bit earlier. This time he hits it as the same typical right on cue accuracy that we're used to seeing from him on these short out routes. Ball out as Smitty is turning. First down. Third down, 4-man pressure, but we do have a stunt on the defensive line right here. And that's going to create a ton of confusion with Jordan Mailata and Landon Dickerson. I think they're yelling something for Jalen Hurts because as soon as this is happening, he realizes, got to get rid of the ball. He throws it out for Kenneth Gainwell. That's a check down option. He picks up the first down himself. Big time play by Kenneth Gainwell again. But this is the development of Jalen Hurts, right? Identifying that pressure, getting the ball out, and let him work for a first down. Perfect. Tight coverage play again here. I like the decision. Zach Pascal out of the slot right here. Getting that inside leverage. Ball is on time, but this is a good play by Ward. Another play here. Cover one man. They show it pre-snap. They stick with it. Quez Watkins going deep. Has some separation down the field. Ball is placed perfectly. He continuously runs in full speed as he's going down there. So it's not like he's slowing down or the ball is overthrown in any way. This is just, it's a terrific play by number 7 by Ward. This is that late hands thing, right? That A.J. Brown's been thinking about. You don't want to give the play away. I also just think that Ward sees this all the way through. He has his eyes back immediately. Design QB keep here. We have the lead blocker in Jason Kelsey. He's going to come out here against Dre Greenlaw. Has the first down right here. And then Greenlaw, as soon as he just sees his opportunity to take a big smack at Jalen Hurts back. And Greenlaw was visibly frustrated at this point in the game. Right here, you're like, I like Jalen Hurts to slide, or at least, I don't know. It's tough. It's a physical game. He wants to pick up the first down. He wants to win the game. I'm just saying. He took a lot of hits on this drive here, the remainder of this drive. After I saw this, I thought, all right, they're not going to run the ball more with Jalen Hurts on this drive right here. He took a massive hit right here. This is the one he was slow to get up. But then on the very next play, we have the read option. Jalen Hurts keeps it himself. It's the right read. It's the right decision. But then on the very next play again, now 3 plays in a row now. Once again, it's a designed QB keep. And he makes a couple guy miss and picks up a first down, but takes that legal hit out of bounds. Also, the run here by Jalen Hurts is just bonkers. This whole thing is just a clusterfuck. Makes a guy miss right there. Greenlaw can't catch him. He goes out of bounds and then gets hit there. And then, of course, the QB sneak to finish the drive off. That's 4 QB runs here. No, wait, 5, because that one missed. And then he did it again right afterwards. So we're at 6, right? Too many. All right, so I think Hurts played really well, given that he was playing against the 49ers defense right here. You could clearly tell that he was playing smart football. He was getting rid of the ball to tight ends, running backs out the backfield, picking up positive plays over and over again. Then you mixed in the running with him. We could discuss whether or not that was too much, but it worked. And they scored touchdowns from him. As long as they score touchdowns and go to the Super Bowl, that's fine, right? Can't complain too much. The deep shots down the field, the one to Devontae Smith hit him right in the chest. That should have been a catch. Quez Watkins, just a good play by the cornerback. One to A.J. Brown that was clearly illegal contact and probably was right there for him if that had not happened. And then one for A.J. Brown that was just thrown out of bounds. So 3 out of 4 very qualified throws down the field. And then just smart football and continuously move the chains. Again, like I said, some of the plays I'd like to see him make over the middle. But also I think 49ers just played it well. It's a good defense, man. they're going up against a much different defense in the Chiefs and should be able to exploit them a lot more. Tons of rookies in the secondary. George Karlaftis, the rookie on the defensive line, one of their biggest contributors on that D-line with Chris Jones, of course. But that'll be it. I'm heading off to Philadelphia now. I'll be back on Wednesday next week, and we'll recap, hopefully, what will be the second Super Bowl win for the Philadelphia Eagles. Go Birds.